My name is Martin Munz. I'm research scientist at the University of Alberta in the Department of Physiology, as well as I'm a member of the NMHI, and I also am a member of Videography too. In my lab, the question is, how does the brain develop? How do you build something that is as fascinating as the brain? Our research focuses on trying to understand how the brain develops, but also how it functions in the adult, and then what happens if during development things go wrong. For example, if there is a mutation in a particular gene, how does that influence the development in the adult and during development? The work that we do is based on a fairly simple idea, which is neuronal activity and genetics works together to set up a circuit. That circuit has to be set up in a correct way so that it works. First, the neurons have to be at the right spot, for example, then they make the connections with each other, and then they sort out whether these connections are correct. We try to understand step by step how these circuits connect and how they develop, and then once we understand this, we interfere with genes that are important for neurodevelopmental disorders, and then we check if the step-by-step development has changed. And we know the genes that are important because from patients you can sequence, and then you will know whether there are particular genes that are often mutated in a particular group of patients. We use mouse models in which particular genes are knocked out or mutated. We want to understand the brain so that if there's neurodevelopmental disorders, for example, autism, epilepsy, ADHD, schizophrenia, these are neurodevelopmental disorders, and in many cases they're very devastating. If we want to eventually be able to make life a lot more livable for people with some of these disorders, then we have to understand the system.